Lebo to mňa úplne. Dobre, počúvajte, poďme skúsiť Game Her Story. Poďme to skúsiť dohrať, čo neviem, koľko nám toho chýba, ale ako chcel bych to dohrať. Chtěl bych to dohrát, brášku. Čiže na to chvíľku nepôjde vám webka chvíľočku, ono to všetko fixne za chvíľočku. Jdu spát, zítra mám zkoušku, tak pápa, dobroc. Ja vám poviem, o čom to dechala, ja vám poviem. Ako nevieme presne, lebo sme to neprešli, ale ide tam o to, že vypočúvame Hanu a jak sa volá tá druhá chat? Hana a... Nie Ellen. Ellen? Nie. A Eve. No a my sme si mysleli, že Hana a Eve je jedna osoba, že proste má schizofréniu, lebo rozprávala proste o svojej sestre, že keď mala modrinu, tak mala aj ona, že keď, ja neviem, že mali úplne totožné menštruácie a všetky takéto píčoviny, tak sme si mysleli, že je iba chorá na hlavu a my hlavne vyšetrujeme, že kto zabil jej manžela. Alebo frajera. Takže zistujeme, čo sa deje v tej hre vlastne. A ona iba vypovedá. My tam hľadáme v laptope vlastne akéby stopy. Kde aj takto vypadá tá hra, to je celá tá hra, napríklad. A my dáme napríklad, že sklárne, alebo dáme napríklad, že otec. OK, máme tu zrovna video, ktoré sme nevideli, takže otec. My to pozrieme. Tu si možno nejaký tag alebo niečo, že podľa čo by som našiel, alebo či sa dozvedel v tom videu.
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything, though. I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till.
Tam sme asi nič nedozvedeli, aspoň mi to prišlo, to bolo také, že o ničom. No a na konci určite je vrah, neviem presne, to hráme prvýkrát, takže neviem. Len my potrebujeme proste zisťovať, že čo môžeme v tej výpovedi a všetko ako vypočúvali, potrebujeme získať informácie, takže ja niečo chceme hľadaný výraz. Keď dáme, že vražda, vraždu sme už videli, sestru sme už sami zapozreli všetky videá. Okno? Prečo okno? Okno tam nič není. Tam dvere. Čo by tam dali? Čo to bolo včera s nami? Možno... sex? OK, nové video.
I wouldn't say that. It could be passionate. It's just... it was more than that. It wasn't just sex like I had been with the other boys.
Matka. No, jedna povedala, že jej rodičia zomreli v spánku na otravu hríbami, keď ich tatko robil večeru, ktorý bol hubár, že sa otravili. A druhá povedala, že ako zomreli, čet?
Okay.
Pretože nezhodujú sa vôbec.
She's staring out of the window. She's sad. She's trapped. She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out. Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me. Do you want to hear the story? It's a real life fairy tale.
Pohádka. Pohádka.
Simon never cheated on me. He was devoted to me, and I was devoted to him. Nothing in life is easy. We were good to each other.
Toto má kérku, či to je druhá.
Life isn't a fairy tale. Do what you can.
Pohádka. Čo by nám ešte mohli? Neviera? Neviera? Príbeh. tu je čosi, čo dve nejaké videá. To sú real výsluhy, či robili pre tú hru? Pre tú hru robili.
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. She throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind, but she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
Pičovina, dobré. Čiže neviem, že nehovorí. Jak nájdeme odpoveď? Že čo? Prostredie a konec?
Yes. Like a story. A beginning, a middle, and an end.
Ok, skúsime konec. Nie, ja som dal escape, ja som kokot. Skúsime dať, že konec. Jedno video. Dobrú.
I wanted to see my reflection. I thought that if I touched her, something would happen. We would become one. One girl. The fairy tale was over, the witch was dead, and I'd be restored to my rightful place.
Práve místo. Odraz v zrcadle. Aha. Možno odraz. No ja som to vedomý videáčet. No a dívej sa, ja vám to ukážem, že toto je databáza, čo všetko máme odhalené. My musíme asi odhaliť ostatné veci, aby sme vyplnili celý príbeh a budeme vedieť, jak to dopadlo. Takže musíme hľadať toľko videí. Niektoré majú 2 sekundy, niektoré minútu.
Yes. The first time we saw each other, it was strange. We both realised at the same moment, I think. We must have seen each other before, but there was this instant when we first realised it wasn't a reflection. The reflection was staring back. I think I was 5. It was my birthday. My reflection was wearing a party hat and waving. I knew what party hats were from books. And it suddenly occurred to me, today must be my birthday. I waved back and we just spent ages waving at each other and copying each other's movements.
Ona je čudná, že? Ona je totálne neblá. Ona je totálne...
Mother wanted me to grow my hair long, but I kept cutting it myself. I wanted to look like my reflection. She always had short hair when she was little. Mother would hide the scissors, but I would find a way. Cut it with a bread knife, something like that. My reflection would always leave her house and go on adventures, but I never could. Mother taught me at home, and I had books and TV. Oh, TV was magical, but it was only on when it wanted to be, so I spent a lot of time reading books.
No, takže môžeme, jak sa dozvieme viac o tom odraze o jej sestre? Alebo dáme, že čarodejnice. Alebo dobrodružstvo, to som stala tiež. Dobrodružství. Nič. Adrian, čau. Čo tam dáme? Po česky to musíme písať. Nehoda. Máme už. Postel. Máme. Už teraz si to hovorím, že to je tá bez kerky, myslíš? No uvidíme, kámoško. Koľko ma stali kúpy? 3,5 bráško, tak nejak? Vlasy. Čo by mi tam dali? Přátelé. Podľa mňa tam bude ešte niečo o tom, Simon je on ten, čo zomrel, my ho vyšetrujeme, že kto ho zabil, tak jeho šéfovci. Helen bola, sa mi zdá, jedna barmanka a tí šéfovci, počkaj, to vám niekde ukáž. Simon Smith, Ern Brothers. Ern Brothers, to nič. Photo of Simon. Peter, Susan. OK, Susan. Susan a Peter. Dobre, máme Peter. Susan. Nič, ty kokot. Pohřeb sa píše, alebo ak sa píše u vás? Petr. Erik. A Erik tam bol, no. To už zisťovali. Skús psychiatrie. Včera si to písal po slovensky. Aha, možno to môže byť problém, ukáž. Nie. Dáme narozeniny. Dve nové videá.
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see that. No. Well, yes. You found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant.
Tehotenství. Počúvajte, jedna je Hana, jedna je Eve, jedna má kérku a druhá nie je na ruke. Takže tak ich zistíte, ktoré sú, ale tým, jak sa správajú a tak, jedna je úplne že chorá.
Hannah had a miscarriage. This was late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile. Felt like the universe had corrected its course. We were aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then...
Potrat. Láska.
Childhood sweethearts. Something like that. Are you married, detective?
Detective.
Must think it's very cool that their dad is a police detective. Must think it's very cool that their dad is a police detective.
Deti a táta detektív. To je moc? Ja neviem, jak moc to môžem špecifikovať. Ok, tu je čosi.
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the Glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there.
Prúkaz, môže byť.
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids.
Yet,
so you
Doug.
see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the 2 of us. There's always been pressure.
Dobre. Takže Diana, Doug, Yet, auto.
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. Are any of these in colour?
Čiže ja chcem niečo ukázať. Pustím toto video a ukážem vám jedno video, hej?
Well, there you go. How many kids?
Dobre, či než vyhľadáme ďalšie, vám chcem niečo ukázať. Prvý sex s Karlom, Eve rozprávka, dieťa v garzonke, pokus o vraždu. To je to, jak utopila pod vodou tú svoju vlastnú segru. Psycho, toto je dobré. Tu si myslela, že nikto nenahráva.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Chápeš? A ešte som tam chcel jedno... Ešte vám chcel jedno ukázať, chat. Máme tu niekde urobený záznam. Kde povedala o tom, jak mu tomu Simonovi rozrezala krk. Chápeš? Ale nevieme kto. Dobre, čo tam dáme, čo to bolo, chat? Duck. Možno už sme skúšali.
Every week, maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week, but every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day. You know, ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front. She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack. I mean, all those years of marriage, and she still has a secret like that.
Počkaj, dítě si roží našlo 7, 13 nájdených. Aha, iba prvých 5. Dítě, adopce. Ja to špecifikujem, čes. Times 3. Times 3.
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead, it doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
Ty kokot, krabice, to sme skúšali včera, chalani, krabice. Aj pytle, jak tam našla tú mŕtvolu. Takže môžeme dať, že taxi, prúkaz, Oxford, bouška, milost, kokot, spánek, čo ti jebe, kniha, Cigarety. Vztah. Kerku sme dávali. Tetování sme dávali. Tu sme našli všetko o nich. Rapunzel, to neviem, čo je Rapunzel. Čo to je? Čo je Rapunzel?
Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again?
Kartičku. Kartičku. Popsať znovu. Obsah. Trest. Čo sa mi dá písať? Narozeniny? Narozeniny, to sme kúkali pred chvíľočkou. To sme kúkali teraz. Dobre, ďalšia bola Helen. Diana. Šéf. Jak sa povie ešte šéf po česky? Nadřízený s Y. Policie.
When will the police let me back in the house? They let me take a bag of clothes with me, but...
Chvíľa toho party, kokot. Oslava. Podezřelá.
This is the third day running you've called me in. I speak to Doug and Eleanor every day. And they say you've been asking a lot of questions. About me. Should I be worried? Am I a suspect?
Počkaj. Spoiler ako ochot, počúvaj, takže matka bolo knihou. No máš spoiler, tu vyskočil, chápeš? Počkaj, takže matka niečo spravila. Jak sa volá aj matka?
Yeah. I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's and they're very worried. I feel sorry for them. Yeah. 1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring and my parents died in the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It was just awful.
Počúvaj. Jak ale sa dopracujeme k tomu, že zistíme informácie o tom, že to bola naša mama?
Yes. I speak with Eleanor at least once a day. Not that there's anything much to say. It's more just...
Kafe.
About 8 years back. It was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup. No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water. No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
Čaj? Druhá byla čaj vlastne, že? Tak to sme mali. Voda. Voda. Aby sme tam, že vémola. Nič do piče. Dobre, musíme... Niečo nám hovorí, nejaký hlas spozí nám hovorí, že má s tým niečo spoločné mama. Takže vieme, že tam je Hannah, Eve, každá popísala tú vraždu úplne ináč. Jedna je úplne chorá na hlavu, druhá trošku menej. Krev.
Okay. I've given blood before. Do you need to take that for your records? Nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The blood. It's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Nejhorší věc, nejhorší. Piče.
Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
Potom sme skúšali, či už. Potom sme skúšali. Potrebujeme niečo hrúza. Soused. Neviem písať. Rok.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
Restt, daj tam láska. V jednom záznamu řekla rok 1984, tak to skús. To je 1984? Suché hrdlo. Rodina. To sme mali. Táta. Máma. Zlý. Dobrý.
I guess you could call it that, but
Neveľa sme dávali,
we were
že boli sebe lojálni
both
úplne.
happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us.
Tetovanie, chalani, tetovanie má iba jej segra, tá druhá to nemá. Jedna je Hana, druhá je Eve. Skúsime dať čas.
Hurt someone? Yes. But everyone thinks that from time to time, right? You just want to lash out.
Game tam je 2,5 hodiny, fakt.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Domeček pro panenky. Počkaj, ešte dobrý.
You want me to play something? I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay? Probably needs tuning. No. How about a traditional ballad? Should be right up your street. Sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain. The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful.
Jadze prišiel, Alexik. Čau. First time chatter.
Both had a love for the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain, but he only cared for the youngest one. Oh, the dreadful wind. Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain, with a pretty little face and her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
Milovali tie české, v češtine tam môže byť Y, nie?
So she pushed her in and held her down. Oh, the wind and the rain watched her as she slowly drowned. Oh,
Ženy. Povedzte ženy.
Oh, she floated up and she floated down. Oh, the wind and the rain floated till a ship came by.
Čiže čo bolo predtým, čo sme dali vyhrávať predtým? Čo sme dali vyhrávať predtým, čet? Panenky, ok, panenky.
Yes.
O Doom pro panenky.
That's my guitar.
Počkaj, jej? Doom pro panenky. Doom pro panenky. Počkaj.
Yes, I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play up there and make up our own stories.
Doom pro panenky sme tam dávali.
She recognised me from the window. She told me to come inside and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
Húra. Húra. Zámek.
Yes, I always pull it shut and then lock the bigger lock with the key.
Klíč. Půda. Podkroví. Podkroví. Jaké tam máte íčet? Meké? Čechuni? Podkroví. Vzkaz? Nič. Alkohol. Hřbitov. Dopis. Pravda. Opak pravdy je čet. Lož. Tu je u nás, u vás je strach, lež. Strach a lež môžeme dať.
No, he was as shy as me. I asked a friend to ask him out for me. We had our first date at the Odeon in North End. We went to see Risky Business. I had on my one best dress. Simon paid. He bought me a whisper, and I was worried about getting chocolate on my teeth.
Dobre, skúsime strach, lež. Jak to nájdeme, kurva? Ukáž. Píče. Mary Jane, rozmýšľaj do píče, poďme. Pomoc. Proč? Proč som dal, dívaj sa. 4 nové videa.
I mean, I don't know. Something must have happened to him on his way home. He could be hurt. I mean, why hasn't he phoned? I don't know.
Přiznání môžeme dať.
God, I don't know. Could be anyone. Maybe someone followed him back from the pub. But why would he let them in? Doesn't make sense. You're reaching here. And I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs? You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing?
Už máme všetky dôležité veci, príbeh si už našiel. Nenašiel som nič o mame a likla mi tá hra, keď som mal to na high chat. Dívaj sa. Niečo, že urobila proste naša matka. A neviem, čo to je, chápeš? Takže to som ešte nenašiel.
What did your wife do? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
Toto sa stalo rodičom na nenádež. Nie, že čo sa stalo rodičom, ale že čo spravila, že či sa ma pýta, že či rozumiem tomu, že prečo to moja mamka spravila. Chápeš? Takže asi toho Simona zabila moja mamka. Ale to je píčovina, lebo Eve vypovedala, že to urobila Hana s tou hrdlom alebo čím so zrcadlom. Vieš, doznání. Doznání. Plot. Čo je plot? Neříkala včera, že její rodiče sú mŕtvi. Hovorila, A obidve to hovorili, tuším, a každý povedali ináč. Jedni sa otrávili hubami niečím a druhý neviem čím. Možno sa otrávila, možno je pravda, že sú, že jed skúsim dať. Možno sa fakt otrávili houby. Múrka. Neviera. Tráta. Však možná ich otrávila tá matka, no? Aj svojho manžela, aj seba. Auto. Dárečky. Piči, aby sme sa tomu dostali. Že... O čom by sme sa mohli rozprávať, aby sa tam niečo priznalo niečo? Kdy? Noc. Jak?
He has a wallet, a huge silly thing, leather, real leather, I think. He packs it full of stuff, business cards, receipts, lottery tickets. He always carries it in his back pocket. I think that's why he's got a bad back. Sets the discs. I haven't seen it, so he must have it on him. He always takes it out of his back pocket before, when he comes in, if he's in the house.
Before?
When you've been married for 10 years, stuff accumulates. You could argue about anything. And he's so nice. That doesn't help. He tries to smooth things over, and that just makes it worse. We're both passive-aggressive, so we never normally argue directly about anything.
Čo? Že to je iná, to nie je onačec. Jebej. Agrese. Peníze. Za všetkým hľadaj peniaze, dívajte sa.